Hello and welcome DPL fans. Today we have CBB versus JCMShadow. This is a game 7. It's tied up 3-3, so whoever wins this game will win the series. So let's look into the matchup a little bit.
Alright. So we look at JCMShadow's side, and you'll see that there's one water resist Toro. So I think he'll probably be bringing that, because I think it's more useful than someone like Fortress. Probably more useful. I mean, Fortress, well, no, the Screamtail could bring Flame, and doesn't really wall anything else.
I mean, the Fortress walls stuff that doesn't care about Fortress, like Annihilate and Gambit, unless they're like fire coverage, Fortress will beat it, but like anything that wants to beat Fortress can do so very easily.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Gonna bench that. Thinking Zangoose kind of the rough time here. So
Zangoose I don't think is real now.
Yeah, no, there's so many normal resists and also Annihilate.
Let's look at the Torn, right? The flying resist is only Gambit and Reverum.
And Reverum isn't real, as we all know.
Yeah. Would you see potentially a nasty plot Torn with Terra Ground?
Yeah, it could also be Terra, so like...
I could
Terra
see
type?
it.
Yeah, I could see it. I think a lot of Terra types work. Like, maybe something to hit the Scream.
The Screamtail? Yeah, could be.
I mean... Yeah, because there's always, like, wave threat. So, like, you probably have to have some
There's no T-Wave into Terra Ground, so that might be another reason to do that.
Okay.
Alright, so at first glance it looks like Terra Ground Torn is like the #1 contender. Let's look at the Annihilate here. So Annihilate is kind of nice into everything except for like a Helmet 4E or like Wisp Volk. So
don't set upon her and ignore me.
You might see a Rock Slide on the Annihilate just to snipe the Volcarona wanting to come in on it, because you can always fish for the Flame Body, you resist CC, Drain Punch, and like Rage Fist is not boosted, won't be doing much to Volk. So we could see a bulky Volk. Also works versus Gambit, so that might be a potential bring for JCM's side. To combat that, expecting a rock move on the Annihilate. Other than that, Rage Fist, Drain Punch, probably Bulk Up, and you might want Taunt over the rock move if you have another plan to deal with Volcarona, because Ting-Lu kind of just can whirlwind you out if you're not Taunt.
I think you need Taunt. But yeah, like they kind of need 5 moves here, but they only have 4, unfortunately.
It might be like a super fast Annihilate trying to creep a slower Volcarona, because the only thing Volcarona would creep is like the Annihilate, right? So
imagine if they like
if you assume the Annihilate is going to be bulky, you can run very bulky on your Volcarona is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like tight creeping more. Like, side's going to think, oh, the other will run, and then try to creep the other side, I guess. But like, obviously, Bulk has more inherent, so I guess it's down the creeping more.
Yeah, so do you think Terra Fairy on the Volk is possible? I think so, because like CBB's team is rather weak to Fairy overall, but also like Talonflame is like probably one of the better Volcarona answers, and Fairy wouldn't help into that very much.
Yeah, but you want maybe water?
Honestly, the same set that Genius brought, being the Terra Psychic Bug Buzz, that also doesn't look too bad here. It's a very similar structure with the double dark.
Yeah, in Gambit.
Yeah, I would be not too surprised to see a Psychic Volk. The Iron Hands, probably going to be Shookaberry if I had to guess. Shooka or Balloon, right? Because the Garchomp is kind of mean to it, but if you have the Ground Resist Berry, you can just Ice Punch it, right? And the Chomp isn't Terra, so you don't have to worry about it like not being weak to Ice Punch. And then you could be Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and then Drain Punch. That kind of covers everything. The only thing that gives it trouble is Screamtail, right? And Screamtail is not going to be doing too much, honestly. It's kind of just a free switch to Ting Lu for another spike, if you wanted to go that way.
It's on the last 4 attacks. Doesn't even sound that bad.
Yeah. I think Iron Hands will probably be SD3 attacks. I really like that set.
Look at side. How's King Gambit looking? I mean, honestly, it's hard to find a bad King Gambit matchup, but like, it'll probably need something for the Iron Hand. The Iron Hand does in fact kind of wallet.
Yeah, a little bit. It might be the rocker in this game. Nothing else really wants to carry rocks, so you might just throw rocks on Gambit. It might be low kick for the Ting Lu. That could make sense. Other than that, I don't know. It's not a great Gambit matchup. You might be Terra Fire to stop the opposing Volk. Other than that, I'm really not sure what you would bring. So if I had to guess, it would be Terra Fire Stealth Rock. But we'll have to see.
A lot of mods that just like wall Gambit on his side, like Iron Hands, Toro.
Yeah, Hands, Ting Lu, even Fori can. Yeah, the Tauros is another one. So offensively not great, but utility-wise it's not bad, you know? Samurott Spikes, how we looking? Our only removal is Fortress, which is kind of sus. So you might want to be able to just Ceaseless Edge all over the place, you know? Because even if they go into a Dark Resist, you're still getting that spike up, right? And one of the Dark Resists is Ting Lu, which doesn't want to come in on Samurott regardless. So that might be a positive trade for the Samurott.
It's kind of weird, because like, I think CBB like super wins out here on like the hazard game, but at the same time, like, all of his offensive mons like can't really break.
They can't break initially. Like, he'll have to open stuff up in the mid game.
Yeah, and he has a lot of like mons, whereas like Tauros has Intimidate, Iron Hands has a lot of defense.
Well, the thing is, you can run Defiant on your Annihilate or King Gambit to kind of, you know, get a little bit of an advantage out of the Intimidate. But at the same time, I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what they bring.
Oh wait, yeah, he has 2 Defiant mons. It's actually kind of good. It's like, if you can predict that Tauros swap.
Well, the thing is that Tauros still beats the Gambit on those Terra. And the Annihilate, Tauros isn't really coming in on. So it's not going to be too impactful, I don't think. Did the game start?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, Iron Hands in on Annihilate. Probably a good lead matchup for JCM. Okay.
Alright, so it's Terra Water and Ground for the Vulcan Torn. So we got the Torn set right. Electric, Annihilate, and Fire Gambit. So I got the Gambit Terra right as well. Very cool.
Yeah, I like Waterfall.
Let's see. So what didn't we bring here?
I think we
Rotom and Vroom. Yeah, Rotom and Revavroom, and then Fori and Zangoose. Yeah, so about what we expected. Turn 1, Hands into Annihilate. Annihilate's got to get out of here. U-turns into Garchomp on a Heavy Slam. It's Protective Pads, and he's Ice Punch, so he's bulky enough to live in EQ. That's what we're telling me. The Protective Pads is nice into the Talonflame and the Garchomp. It's like, and it also boosts all of your attacks, so it's nice. Annihilate does get the +1 to its Rage boost, though.
That's the thing that like makes you just stops Hazard. I mean, not Hazard's Helmet.
No, I really like that. I really like that SD. Because now CBB's in a tough position already. You turn out.
Oh, does he get the predict?
I mean, like, I get it, you know?
So depending on the Garchomp, this might actually live because it's so fast.
It's not gonna live from 50 now, but the Torn is pretty free here. He predicts the Mesprit actually. Gambit also would have covered Torn decently, so that's a good play. Rocks on Gambit, like expected. So they trade rocks. Encore, that's very cool. Gonna get a free U-turn or Future Sight or whatever JCM wants to go for here. It is a U-turn. And we are Helmet Chomp. So a good thing the pads are on the hands, otherwise that thing would be dead by now.
Wait, actually though.
Alright, Torn comes in. This is looking like a Bleak Wind or Hurricane angle. CBB calls that with the Gambit, and it's a sub-Torn, which is really cool actually. We're probably going to see a Terra Torn and just Terra Blast Ground here, because the Gambit is fire and can't really avoid that. And I don't think the Volk really needs the Terra in this matchup. It's nice into the Talon and the Samurott. CBB calls the Terra, and Torn does not go for the Terra. Instead, stays normal and Heat Waves. That's interesting. I would have expected it to be sub Nasty Plot, Hurricane, Terra Ground, just knowing that it's sub, but Heat Wave makes sense as well.
I was honestly expecting a Nasty Plot there.
There's the Nasty Plot. Interesting.
Oh, it's
so he's not Terra Blast then, right?
I really expected the Talonflame to creep the Torn. Oh, this kind of sucks.
Yeah. Just hit the next one though, I think.
Yeah, he's not even Terra Blast.
Yeah.
I mean, the Gambit can just Terra here. This kind of sucked.
I don't know if you want to Terra necessarily on the Gambit.
Yeah, that's true.
You would die to Bleak Wind.
Forcing out a Terra here is nice.
This is like a really complicated turn though, because Sucker Punch into sub or Terra into Heat Wave, you know? It's a lot of choices that need to be made this turn.
I think you just sub here always. But that's the mind game.
I might just pivot into my Ting Lu to get up a spike, right?
Oh,
Taurus,
yeah.
Same thing. Are we Defiant? We are Defiant.
Oh, we are.
And Low Kick still only does 40.
Damn. I was expecting Helmet Tauros, though.
Yeah. Helmet would make sense, but it is not Helmet.
Like Citrus or something?
I don't know about that. It might be a Resist Berry. Maybe Koba for the Talonflame. And there's the Garchomp sack for the Helmet chip. Now Tauros is in range of Gambit whenever it comes in next. So it's no longer a check, at least reliably. Screamtail comes in, it's booster energy, speed. We're gonna see a Calm Mind here?
No way.
Calm Mind Screamtail would go hard.
Yeah. I mean, Ting Lu might... Yeah, like, even after a Calm Mind, Dazzling will do, like, 2 damage.
There is the Calm Mind, but yeah, Dazzling Gleam is not going to do too much. It has 65 base special attack. And Ting Lu has a little bit more than that in Spadef. So yeah, it's a good chunk of damage. Like, definitely good for your Gambit. But...
yeah, it's not even lefties, though. I'd like that trade.
Let's see.
I think CBB's in a good position here. Like, he's getting chip on the mons he wants to get chip on. Then there's also Falk in the back.
Alright, Annihilate gets the Drain Punch off, and now Ting Lu is basically dead. Slower than everything at 12%, so you probably just sack it here. Yeah. Yep. And now I'd assume we see either Torn or Volk come out. He goes Tauros. I'm not too sure about that one. Because...
turn like Bandit or something.
Doesn't Annihilate just stay in and drain?
Like what if it's like Wave Crash, Bandit, and it all goes? You know, there's the possibility.
I mean, in that case, you don't have a better play than to just stay in and take it, right?
Wait, could you just... it could be Scarf, because it has
Annihilate?
U-turn.
Could be,
yeah.
Okay, you Raging Bulls. And the Talon is sacked. Now Scream's back in. Probably for a Psychic. There's not much to handle the Psychic this turn.
Yeah.
It's only a Mesprit, right? Mesprit's at 60% after rocks.
Vesper's like free setup.
Would you Dazzle here, actually? Dazzle might be a little bit better. Because I don't think the Volk comes in this turn.
Yeah, I think he wants to leave the vault for the end.
Yeah, Volk Windcon is looking pretty nice, actually. Because the water is good into the Samurott. Makes that no longer as good of a check. Like, Ceaseless Edge is still going to hurt. But yeah, we do see the Dazzling Gleam correctly predicting no Volk.
I mean,
Alright, now what though?
like, it could have done the same thing.
I know, but you know. Gotta call it correctly, you know?
I mean, yeah, Psychic.
Now we see the Volcarona come in for free. Now, does the Scream have T-Wave is the question. A T-Wave would be, like, really game-changing here.
Yeah. Wait, Vault coming in is so weird. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have a better option, but...
Yeah. Alright, we Calm Mine to set up alongside.
Wait,
Calm Mine Encore? I can see an Encore
I
here.
guess like he tried to survive and then just fight back with Psyshock.
I think you just attack with Bulk here, like in case of Encore.
Maybe. Maybe it is Psyshock. That would make sense. There's the Bug Buzz.
8
and
and Psyshock.
Psyshock.
Oh.
Yeah, very smart.
I did nothing.
Well, Screentail isn't very well known for its special attack.
No.
Scream just dies here. I mean,
Screen Tell is fun, but it's just so weak.
yeah. I've seen
He
like
has good
both of-
coverage, he has very good speed and good bulk, but the offensive just
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
Like,
recording
literally-
right now, by the way. So, just so you know.
Oh yeah,
Hello
well,
YouTube, it is I, Aim.
Aimel the Goat.
And also I'm gonna play after this game as well. You're up 3-0.
yeah, good luck.
Ooh, the Morning Sun is
Oh,
really
very
big.
What is the Scream's last move? I guess, maybe Flame with a Foray.
It could be, yeah. Alright, this Volcarona looking to sweep, honestly. Terra Water and you beat everything, right?
Yeah. There's always Sucker Punch, but like...
Oh, it actually ate. Oh,
Oh, crit!
that's a huge crit.
Yeah, because now
Look,
Aqua
look,
just
Now it's in
kills.
jet range, even if you're Terra Water.
Yeah.
That might be game winning, that crit. But he doesn't go to it, so is it not Aqua Jet? You have to assume it's not Aqua Jet, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Annihilate will live, but it might carry
he goes-
Psychic. What were you gonna say?
Theory didn't want to take like the Sucker Punch or risk with King Gambit, and it doesn't have Jet on Samurott. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you'd have
How
to
many
assume.
jet?
You have to be sure, but I know they're surviving here.
Maybe you Terra the Annihilate, because nobody clicks Bug Buzz here, right? You're always gonna click your coverage move, and you're Terra Electric on the Annihilate, right?
Is there Terra Electric,
Yeah.
Terra Fire, King Gambit?
Wait,
yeah.
maybe Terra Blast on the vault. Could be anything.
I don't think
Also,
you
it's
run.
not like-
Maybe you do run Terra
Could,
Blast for
technically.
the Talonflame.
For the talent.
He's terrible. Also, he could Terra because it's like Torn has some value of Terra Ground here with the Urban tree.
I'll say yeah, you're right though. Like
So
Terra
it makes
Ground.
it weaker to Samurott. He doesn't resist fighting anymore. So yeah, he can just Terra Volk if he has Terra Blast.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think Terra's useful on Thorn.
So you
Like now.
Terra Blast Water. Oh, you Morning Suns.
Oh, he goes for Morning Sun.
No,
But Rage Face is boosted. Not even a two
it's a
shot.
kill.
under
Or he can
half.
spam heal to get a Flame Body.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, this is good for the Volk.
Might be a roll.
That's
Is
like
the thing.
that's like Fizz Dev Volk, yeah.
And there's no way it, like the rolls that. Yeah, it's a favor of him.
Alright, is Volk gonna do it again?
Alright, so
Flame
he has
Body
4
what?
chances to get a Flame Body burn, which is 30% every time.
Yeah, this is definitely in Volk's favor.
I mean, it's guaranteed though.
Yeah, never guarantee.
Oh, and the crit with Annihilate.
And
Yeah,
not
this
to mention that Annihilate
Shiesty.
can also just crit.
Yeah, if you get crit, that's kind of tough because you got double crit to get put in that situation.
Not getting, like, the Flame Body after 2 hits is kind of unlucky.
It's like a 50-50 odd at that point.
At that point.
Yeah. I mean, he has 4 more Morning Suns. No, but he also wants 1 more Morning Sun to, like, heal up. Actually, no, he just wants a lot of them, so, like, a burn as early as possible. Nice.
Water Electric.
Okay.
If he
Yeah.
Morning Sun that turn, that would've been crazy.
That was great by
I think-
CBB.
Regardless, I don't. Sure, when my contact would have been way weaker in comparison.
Yeah.
Is it way weaker? It's
Yeah.
only 20 base power
mean,
down, right? Because Rage Fist only got boosted 1 time, I think.
I mean, it's still greater with 100 over 80.
Oh, so wait, is this? Wait.
Yeah, he just didn't want to risk the Flame Body, and he can still force Morning Suns with Terra Blast. It's still gonna, like, do enough.
They've done like 37. That
Yeah, but 37
Yeah.
is still
did
enough.
heal.
It's still enough to force another Morning Sun, and you're always gonna eat 1 attack.
And also, like, the turn you get attacked by the bulk, like, you live that turn, and once you get attacked, you'll, like, do more damage with Rage Fist if he clicks it, I guess. Like, I guess when the bulk runs out of Morning Suns, then he clicks Rage Fist. Oh, now it just wins.
That's what would have been to just switch back, turn back to just get some regen up, but nope.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
I would.
you could have just Morning Sunned again, though. I feel like that was
Yeah.
still the better
I
play.
didn't see a reason to just not spam until you're out of P.
Yeah, no.
You may as well fish on the Rage Fist, right? And if he Terra's Electric, now your Bug Buzz is way stronger. It's not gonna kill, I don't think. Because that looks to be AV Annihilate from the damage. But, like, you wouldn't know that ahead of time. So,
Yeah, I know.
And that I will be ready for my match.
alright.
Alright, good luck.
About to play? Good luck. Anyways.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't get the Terra there on the bulk. Like, I think you always just say non-Terra and Roost up. I mean, Morning Sun up.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. But anyways,
And then, like,
that is all.
because everything's good for you. If they Terra Blast, you're just, like, healing a bit. If they Rage Fist, there's a chance for the burn. Like, there's
yeah.
no reason to not exhaust all the Morning Suns.
Yeah, I agree.
I think BB like still wins in that situation, but it's a bit tighter.
I don't know. It might come down to Sucker Punch at the end of the day then.
Yeah.
Oh well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.